This photo was taken by Lindsay Arvizu, and I selected this photo due to the dramatic act being revealed as well as her implementation of certain elements and principles of design and photography. So how well does this artist utilize those elements and principles of design and photography in composing this image? I believe this artist very effectively uses elements and principles of design and photography to produce this image and further convey her dramatic message. Particularly, Lindsay uses emphasis, contrast, and figure ground. When first looking at this picture, one's eyes are immediately drawn to the cocaine or substance resembling cocaine in the center of this photo. Our eyes then move to the girl about to snort the substance. The emphasis on the cocaine is created through contrast and its placement within the figure ground. By placing it in the center of the figure ground, our eyes naturally go to it. Then Lindsay did a great job utilizing black and white to create an even further contrast within the image. Although cocaine is white in general, the brightness of the white substance juxtaposes the black and white speckled counter on which it lies, further emphasizing it. By using black and white, the photographer really played into the element of contrast. So overall, Lindsay did a great job utilizing different elements and principles of design and photography when composing this image. So what's this image about after that crazy description? Well, this image is portraying the theme of vice, particularly drug abuse. The series of photos taken by Lindsay reveals the story of a girl who's preached on how to act as she recites these rules by writing them on a whiteboard. After she finishes writing all of the rules repeatedly on the whiteboard, she immediately takes a shot of alcohol and then turns to a pill bottle. This image sheds light on how our society preaches to teenagers how to act and what to do, yet it ultimately isn't very effective. By essentially force-feeding teens rules, we're merely pushing them further towards those behaviors we so desperately tell them to avoid. This image sheds light on the prevalence of alcohol and drug abuse among college students, despite the rules our society sets in place. The fact that this girl is in what seems to be a dorm reveals that alcohol and drug abuse doesn't always take place at bars or parties. So now what would I change about this image? There's truly nothing that I would change about this photo, as I believe it already effectively portrays the message the photographer is trying to convey, while successfully implementing those elements and principles of design and photography. But if I could improve anything, what could the artist improve within the image and composition? So I guess if I had to change anything, the photographer could play with contrast, space, and the figure ground in order to make the photo even more dramatic. The photographer could leave everything in the photo black and white except for the girl about to do the cocaine in order to change the emphasis from the substance to the girl. This could also alter the overall message being conveyed. So Lindsay could also play with the placement in the figure ground by moving the subject farther back to create a bigger storyline or a bigger line of sight for the viewers, which would give them more of an idea of what's happening in the photo. This plays into the spacing of the photo, which Lindsay could alter by changing the distance between the subject and the substance. However, I don't think that these improvements are needed, as Lindsay did an awesome job creating an image with effective portrayals of the elements and principles of design and photography, as well as a very interesting series of photos. I love the series of images that this photographer produced and the message that was being conveyed.